Voice by United Mobile.
Son, he's into his 8th. He's done well. He's got 1 for 33 from 7.1. Last ball, last over, and Shahid says, thanks very much. I better have a piece of this from Dillard's. Big appeal. I wonder whether he's gloved it. Certainly, Misbah has been busy. Reverse sweep, little dabs, little nudge. Got things underway. So look at this. Yeah, a little bit of glove. It's this one.
Coming back for 2, and they will complete that easily. A numbing 14 sixes, Danny, in Sharjah. And the lone 6 here in Dubai being hit by Sohaib Maqsood. Pakistan struggling to get a coasting run rate. Not a bad run rate either. They can still go power to 60 to 70. If they can have that blazing innings towards the later part. Umar Akmal and Boom Boom is yet to come. Is working the ball along nicely. Miss Bowler straight away.
Yeah, well, the key to that, I think, Akil, is that Shahid, who's got 70, needs to kick on. Certainly has done all the hard yards to get to 70. Needs 3 figures plus to get Pakistan up or over that, as you mentioned, 270, 280. When you get to 30 overs, you know, the equation that most cricket lovers will know, that you can almost double your score from there, provided you've got wickets in hand. And been asked to bat first by Angelo Matthews at the toss. And you see, realistically, let's call it that 270, 280. If they lose the odd wicket, if they don't, oh, watch out. Shahid gets on a roll, and then Misbah gets into overdrive. Could be scary for the Sri Lankans. Not a bad over. 4 from it. 31, 145 for 3.
Now Voice Extra V180. Bada screen, bada sach. Voice by United Mobile.
Sir, to nikale 2600.
Handful of trying to get rid of this man on strike. Have to. Lovely stuff. Leans away, eases it past point for another boundary.
Brilliant squeeze there by Ahmed Shahid. Much for the delight of this building crowd in Dubai Sports City. Ball was moving away from him. Laid right into the gap. A long chase there for Pereira, but a futile one. Much needed boundary for Pakistan. Once again coming down the track. A bit too ambitious by Ahmed Shahid. In his second phase of innings, he has scored with almost a strike rate of 100. Sinanaike back into the attack. A parsimonious economy rate for Sinanaike. And here we are, 150 coming up for Pakistan. 3 wickets down. Not bad proceedings, Danny, so far.
Yeah, the quickest of the 3 half centuries posted in this total for Pakistan. Lots of smiles at the moment. Yeah, I mentioned Misbah. First time in 55 one-day internationals. Plays in the 11 and doesn't bat. It's a difference when your top order do the job. Shajil at 61. Hafiz at 122 from 129. And it allowed Misbah to throw up a freebie. And then Umar Akmal is another option to get striking, get busy.
Sri Lankans initially went into this match with a 7-pronged attack, but had to use their 8-baller, Karuna Ratne, and things are not going well for them. Single to end the over. After 32, Pakistan with a run rate of 4.72, 151 for 3.
और अगर 10 नवंबर 2013 से अपनी टॉक शॉक से
Ego Hotel, I said.
Under 19 team from England. So the cricket game is at its full throttle in the UAE, playing at Tri Nation Under 19 tournament between Pakistan, England and the United Arab Emirates. Maybe some of them can take the reins in the years to come for English cricket.
Send them down to Australia. Your country needs you. 3-0 in the Ashes. They've been burned to bits and pieces. Rise the phoenix from the ashes. Well, I'll tell you what, Shahid has. He got out the other night for 11. And had that let off with that catch from Pereira that went his way. Everyone thought was out. Shahid stays. He's under 79.
A bit bravery being shown by Hamid Shahzad there. Penalty meant over by Prasanna. Only one hurrah for him so far.
Yeah, it's under 19 boys. Get down to Australia. Hawkeye, well, let's keep them busy. Strike points for Shahzad against spin. Yeah, look, likes it off the back foot. Asian players will tell they do. Subcontinent players love it there. Give themselves a bit more time. Work the ball around. Look at that. Mispa with the dancing shoes on. Giving himself room. Foxing the bowler. 33 done.
The back foot, he hoisted that. Fell short of the fielder. He seemed to be in control of that shot, Ahmed Shahzad. Just for a single.
Yeah, just dragged down slightly by Senanaka. A little bit of spin. The boundary field's got to be careful. That second bounce. Mispa. Smile on his face. Feels as though he's missed out on that reverse sweep. Plays this a lot. Very good at it too. So thinking about the angle from the right-handed off-spin of Senanaka, and wants to go down and slide on with it. Yeah, he knows he's missed out. Does Mispa. Leading edge, got to be careful. Big cries of no from Shahzad.
That strategy worked so well for Pakistan in the previous ODI. They were 2 down, having a run rate of around 5 runs in an over. And they saw off most of the overs being bowled by Malinga in the batting power play, although they scored with a run rate of 4.5 to 5 runs in an over. But still, that was too good for Pakistan that they eventually get rid of Malinga before the final overs of the innings. So eventually they can make merry of the final overs.
Yeah, it's the key, isn't it? You've got to have wickets in hand to dine out in the death overs. With 3 dot balls there, now the single to get Shahzad back on strike. So important. And he gets to face a few. Good over from Sri Lanka. 2 runs from...
In Santa Fe Chicken Ya Chicken Tenders meal with a drink. Now for just ₹310. SMS Hardee's to 999. D-Juice. मैं हूँ live.
सर तो निकाले 2600
Q Mobile का नया M400 2.4 इंचेस स्क्रीन, स्मार्ट कैमरा और लॉन्ग बैटरी के साथ सिर्फ 2575 रुपए में.
Mispa goes leg side to give it a bit of a heave. Importantly though, he gets Shahzad back on strike early in the over.
Shahid has finally completed century of the balls he faced. And in the second 50 of the balls he faced, he has got a strike rate of around about 90, which is so good for Pakistan. Played inside out once again, clearing that infield, coming back for a second and will complete that eventually. Misbah there, trying and pushing Ahmed Shahid for the second run, and brilliant running in the end.
Dog. He made Shahid dive. Thought he was getting it in early and foxed him and made Shahid dive. Cheeky sang, is he saying? Very cheeky. He's coming out, just needing some attention here up that dive actually. Just having a laugh about things. The Sri Lankans. It was very cunning. Took it. Oh yes. And could you get the dive out please, Mr. Shahid? He's going, cheeky so-and-so. Now I've got to get some spray on my arm. Yeah, well done, Sangers. The old trick. Get your act together, young man. Now he's got the old grass burn. Gets the spray out and takes his time. Let's have a drink as well.
Interesting scenes in the Ring of Fire. With the batting power play which has been approaching for Pakistan.
अब UFO जहां पेप्सी वहां म्यूजिक
Well, Ahmed Shahid is back into the act. Couldn't clear the infield this time. Batting power play is approaching. Good couple of last overs by Sri Lankan spinners. Siko ke person Anson and Ike. Spinners bowling in tandem from both the ends. A pulsating sweat of blue in the Ring of Fire. Single there to end the over. Drinks will come on the field. Pakistan a 161.
मोबाइल नहीं मिल सकता, नहीं मिल सकता।
He's looking to make room and pulls him over cover.
Pakistan scored just 25 runs in that batting power play when they went on to score 322. Last 11 overs, they scored 115. Even here, the platform is set. Sri Lanka forced to hold back Malinga Kulasekara because of the injuries to Angelo Matthews and Thisara Pereira. Both of who are on the field at the moment.
He's played away nicely by Misbah. He's his usual self at the crease, Misbah. 13 from 24. He would be advising his partner to just be conventional in this batting power play, not to look for heroics, not to look for a big bonanza. Just look to find gaps, and if you find gaps, if you can find gaps, then the job will be done without taking any major risks. That's a good approach. In fact, I was talking with Misbah 2 or 3 years back, and he said his approach is always as if he's batting properly. He's not looking at the phase of the innings, not looking at the batting power play and at what pace he has to tackle the batting power play. What he does, he focuses himself in finding gaps and playing good cricketing shots. Yorker from Lasat Malinga, that's worked away once again on the leg side by Misbah.
Yeah, the playing conditions during the first block, that's the first 10 overs. Only 2 fielders are allowed outside the circle. There also need to be 2 stationary fielders in that period. But then comes the second block of power play overs, which are 5 overs, which the batting team has the discretion of taking it. It's got to end before the 40th over.
So far so good from Lasith Malinga. 5 singles of 5 deliveries. Shahid must not slow down. There's a tendency in young batsmen when they're eyeing a milestone, they just slow down a little these days. He's just got to go at a faster pace now that he's seeing the ball better and timing it properly as well. 6 boundaries and no 6s yet for him. Misbah gets a yorker and a good one. Just 5 from the over. Good start from Lasith Malinga. 166 for 3. For Sri Lanka. That's pull short and pull well. He'll be hauled in by the man coming in from square legs, and Anaike picks the ball up very cleanly, very easily.
In the second block of power play overs, only 3 fielders are allowed outside the circle. And unlike in the past, in non-power play overs, only 4 fielders are allowed outside the circle. More challenges for the bowlers.
Slow ball, and that's well played for a run. Quite an interesting phase of this innings, the batting power play, the last one, because both opponents are keen to show their variations, keen to bamboozle, hoodwink the opponent. We saw Kulusekara bowl a slow ball. We saw Lasith Malinga in the last over experiment with a fuller length. Pakistan so far been just very keen to rotate the strike.
You have to be pleased with this effort though. You talk about consistency, batting as a team. One of the top 4 to go on to make 100 or a big score. Hafiz did it in Sharjah, and Shahid is doing it here. So that's a massive plus. They're taking it in turns.
Mid-wicket was pushed back. Misbah was off for an easy run.
And in Sharjah, 103 runs off the last 10 overs. Wickets in hand, there's plenty of firepower. And they prefer to deal in 6s. That's the strength of Pakistan.
Yes, what was pleasing about that knock was, or that innings, was the pace that Pakistan maintained right throughout the innings. No is the call. Diving across to stop that ball. There are 4 men in the ring on the offside. Long off in place. Long on is the other deep fielder, along with deep mid-wicket on the leg side.
Shahid taking control, but in Sharjah it was Sharjeel, Maqsood and Hafiz. That's how you want your batting unit to perform.
Drives, runs with the shot and gets across very quickly. I think he's probably blocked or hit by that throw from the fielder, but he makes it in a dramatic fashion for that run. 171 for 3 after 37.
Sir, to nikale 26.
That's well done at point. But they haven't lost wickets. They've not lost their way. And the idea, I think, for them that they're trying to execute is not to lose wickets during this power play. There's a quick run attempted, direct hit, but he still would have made it.
And they also did pick out a restricted Angelo Matthews. Pulled up to the groin strain today.
Nice place into the gap. Will he make it for the second? Karunaratne is the fielder. Took care of Hafiz with a good piece of deep fielding. Gets applauded by Misbah-ul Haq. It was a sharp second run that Ahmed Shahzad attempted.
He is into the 90s. Though it seems he's not been in form. It's just 3 innings ago that he did cross 100. 102 versus South Africa. In Port Elizabeth, was it?
This time given an easy passage. Fielder not aggressively tackling that shot, tackling that ball in the outfield. Malinga previous over pace variation. There are plenty on view, plenty on offer, and that's why he's such a great asset. Whether he's bowling up front with the new ball in the first 5 overs or so, or when he's brought back into the attack, especially in such circumstances. In batting power plays, he's the captain's choice. Oh, lovely shot. Nothing powerful about that drive. It was all timing and placement. Misbah-ul Haq showing everybody that a boundary can be achieved by sheer class.
50 or 56 this partnership, and he was up to it. The line was on offer. With the field that Malinga has, 5 fielders in the circle on the offside, up to now he's been bowling wicket to wicket. It's just gone slightly outside off stump. Misbah's used that space to free his arms.
I think he will come back for the second. This is better place from Misbah. In the previous over, he played that flick shot, but every time the ball went to the fielder. Another 50-run partnership between Shahzad and Misbah. This is 6th such instance for them in 10 innings together as a pair. 52 from 57. Good ball, Lasith Malinga, nice and full, and Misbah picks up a single of the last ball, and he'll be on strike come the 39th over.
यू फोन से यूएसए, यूके और कनाडा कॉल्स करें पाकिस्तान की तारीख के सस्ते.
It's a full toss from Kulusekara that is managed just for a run by Misbah-ul Haq. Not too happy because that had to be put away, and Misbah, I think, mentally, technically very keen to keep the ball on the ground and not take any undue risks. Slow delivery is called for 2. Misbah should come back quite easily for the second. The dive is in. Dilshan was the fielder who came galloping from long on position.
He picked the gap well. He could have easily hit it hard as he could. Hitting it straight to the field, I wouldn't have given him any runs at all. Kulusekara focusing a lot on slower balls and a different length. Because looking at his field, he's got long off, long on and deep mid-wicket as the fielders outside the circle.
Six and over from here till the end will give them 254. 8 and over, 277. So good bit of work to be done to get to 277. Right now the run rate is 4.81. Misbah flicks it and flicks it hard into the turf. Gets another run, another single. 5 from the over so far.
The pitch still looks good though. We haven't seen the ball turn at all. And if the dew does come in later on in the evening, which we all expect it to, it should end up sliding onto the bat. So even a high score, 275, 280, is chaseable. So we got a game on our hands. We got an exciting evening set up just like we had a couple of days ago.
They'll have to bat really well to get another 100. And they need the big hitters, the Akmals and the Afridis to be in top gear to get 112 odd overs. Not going to be simple, not going to be easy. Ahmed Shahzad, after an uneasy start, now nearing 100. There he is, all padded up. Shahid Afridi waiting and watching. Channel. Sangakkara displaying a different kind of appealing.
Looks straight though, but obviously pitching outside leg stump from that angle.
Yeah, would have gone on to miss the stumps as well. Got the right fielder there, is very, very sharp. Ratne came in briskly, and Misbah Wali's now at the non-strikers end. He likes to play those dinky shots, those little shots, and at times he shuffles across the stumps and can get himself into trouble. Impact on-field call, which was not out. Yeah, missing by a mile. That was beautifully anticipated. Now this is great cricket from Sananaike. He knew exactly how much spin he's imparted on the ball. He knew exactly where the batsman would be looking to play him, and he ran and didn't allow the rotation of strike. Have a look at him go.
On to 98, Shahzad. Sri Lanka will take this batting power play. 2 balls ago. Made a lot of ground, Senanayaka. Every run's going to matter.
Misbah still happy to just pick up a run, get to the other end. All balls bowled today is around the wicket on most times. Just a single boundary conceded by him in almost 8 overs. Lot of dot balls, lot of straighter balls, the doosras or the wobbler as it is called. He's running hard, he's pushing Misbah ul Haq. He says no to Misbah. He's on 99, Ahmed Shahzad.